Joe's Benefit having none of it at the moment. Simply not moving forward, and it looks as though they're going to go without Joe's Benefit. They are. Carlton Ryan away just behind the rest as they make their way towards the first. So Joe's Benefit hasn't started. Nurse Brace leads the middle of the first and is safely over. Fury's Bar just behind this one. And then the Well Meadow on the inside, and the outside Mouseback Brown. Treacle Moon not too far away with Shul Gorick, Chapman's Peak, David City. As they reach the second, Milan Newer comes next, and the inside of this one is the yellow colours are 6 aside. Spitfire Ace brings up the rear. Just in front of this one is going for the coming home in the orange, and Carlton Ryan as the runners make their way past the judge. This is the ditch. Nurse Brace leads them over it, and they all seem to be safely over. Spitfire Ace just bringing up the rear. So we've got Nurse Brace and Fury's Bar 1 and 2. They're pretty well spread out already. Nurse Brace and Tom David leading. Fury's Bar some 4 or 5 lengths back behind the leader. Then we've got Chapman's Peak 8 or 10 lengths back behind this one. The Well Meadow jumps it in next position with Mouseback Brown. The outside of this one is Shul Gorick in the black and white. Treacle Moon not too far away with David City 6 aside. Shul Gorick back behind this one, going for the coming home. Behind going for the coming home as Carlton Ryan and Spitfire Ace bringing up the rear. As Nurse Brace reaches the next playman on the far side. Clear from Fury's Bar, who jumps it in second spot, and the rest of them safely over. So it's Nurse Brace and Fury's Bar, both clear over the second of the 4 on the far side. The rest of them are at the second. Nurse Brace has already cleared the third. Nurse Brace a long way clear of Fury's Bar, who jumps it in second spot. Chapman's Peak, David City, Treacle Moon, the Well Meadow. The outside of this one races Shul Gorick. 6 aside is next, then Milan Newer. Spitfire Ace follows these, and the orange jacket are going for the coming home, as the leader has already cleared the first for leading 2, having factored the rest of the field safely over. Mouseback Brown now bringing up the rear in company with Carlton Ryan, Spitfire Ace, and going for the coming home. The leaders swinging right-handed to make their way down the bank with a long run towards the next fence. So they've got 2 fences and another complete circuit of the course to go. And Nurse Brace now some 20 lengths clear of the rest of the field. They're headed by Fury's Bar in second spot, then Chapman's Peak. Behind this one, David City and Treacle Moon. Racing behind Treacle Moon is Milan Newer. And then the Well Meadow, 6 aside in the yellow colours, follows these. A gap then to Shul Gorick. Then going for the coming home in company with Carlton Ryan, Spitfire Ace. And Mouseback Brown brings up the rear as the leader reaches what was the first fence. Nurse Brace then safely over from Fury's Bar, jumping in second spot. 4 or 5 lengths back behind these 2, David City. And at the rear we've got a group of 5, Spitfire Ace, Shul Gorick, Mouseback Brown just being pushed along, Carlton Ryan, and they're going for the coming home. The leader has already cleared what will be the last fence next time round, and the other 12 are over it likewise. Past the judge then with the circuit of the course to go. And Nurse Brace is taking them along. Nurse Brace from in second spot, Fury's Bar. At the ditch, Nurse Brace comes to it. Lands clear, there's Fury's Bar, the Well Meadow. 6 aside, Milan Newer. They're all safely over it. 1 or 2 hairy jumps towards the rear. Shul Gorick being pushed along. They're going to miss this one out. You can see a broken fence. But it's Nurse Brace and Tom David well clear of the rest of the field. We're now headed by Fury's Bar on the outside, on the inside Well Meadow. 6 aside going nicely in the yellow colours. Behind this one is, in the blue and yellow, is Treacle Moon. Back behind Treacle Moon in mid-division to Carlton Ryan, who's moving forward. Carlton Ryan making a lot of ground and is now in 5th or 6th position. But the leader, Nurse Brace, comes to the next, well clear of the rest of the field. Nurse Brace lands clear. Fury's Bar, Treacle Moon, the Well Meadow, company with Milan Newer and 6 aside, and then Carlton Ryan, back then to David City, who's just struggling a bit. Shul Gorick has overtaken David City. Spitfire Ace comes next, back behind this one to going for the coming home, and then Mouseback Brown as they pile over this one. The next one, the leading group is safely over. Carlton Ryan jumps it in 8th or 9th position, and the tail end is over as well. Mouseback Brown and the orange colours of Going For to coming home. They really are strung out. The leader has already jumped the next, Nurse Brace, well clear of the rest of the field. In their second spot, we've now got the blue colours of Treacle Moon as they swing right-handed to make their way down the back. Lonrung towards the second from home, but continuing on in this Oxhouse Country Store restricted race. Long run, a right-hand turn, and then on towards the final couple of fences. Nurse Brace, though, clear of the rest of the field. They're now headed by Treacle Moon. Back then to 6 aside in 4th position. Carlton Ryan trying to make ground, making ground, in fact, is steaming ahead, has made a lot of ground around that bend and is now in 2nd position. Carlton Ryan has got a lot to do. Nurse Brace and Carlton Ryan, Treacle Moon 1, 2 and 3. 6 aside is next, and then Milan Newer. Back behind this one to Fury's Bar, who raced well in the early stages. On the second from home, it's Nurse Brace, but here comes Carlton Ryan, really eating up the distance between these two horses. Nurse Brace and Carlton Ryan. Carlton Ryan going after the leader. 6 aside is in 3rd spot at the moment. This is the final fence. There's only a couple of lengths in it. Nurse Brace just stumbles a little bit. Carlton Ryan trying to get close. Carlton Ryan as they make their way towards the line. Carlton Ryan on the inside overtakes the long-time leader at the line. It's going to be Carlton Ryan who takes this one. Carlton Ryan takes this. Nurse Brace comes over the line next. Then Milan Newer and 6 aside, followed by the blue colours of Treacle Moon, who comes over the line next. Looking back then, we've got Fury's Bar, followed by David City in company with Mouseback Brown. Then the Well Meadow, looking further back, Spitfire Ace heading towards the line, and further back still to the orange colours of Going For to coming home. And up towards the start, walking back, we can see Shul Gorick. On the far side, Chapman's Peak pulled up about 3 out.
The distances were 2 lengths and 6 lengths, and the race time was 6 minutes 11 seconds. Horse number 8